My name is Chang Holsi. I'm from Guangzhou, China, the city close to Hong Kong. I started playing violin when I was 5 years old. And 1991, I made it to the top finalist in Chinese violin national competition. 1996, I came to the United States to chase my dream of being a professional musician. It's very challenging to raise a family and try to win an audition at the same time, because it's not only take daily hours of practicing, you also need a single-minded focus on the music you're preparing. I won a second violin principal position in both the Florida Orchestra and the Utah Symphony. I had to do twice audition to win the Fort Worth job. I'm married to a Texan, Terry, for 20 years, and we have two wonderful daughters. When they were little, I always make sure I spend time with them after school to make sure they do the schoolwork and everything. And I always wait until they went to bed to practice. So sometimes they will tell me, "Mom, go practice so we can fall asleep." Teaching is another very rewarding part of my life. My students are from Young Junior High School, Shackelford Junior High School, Arlington High School, Lamar High School, and Martin High School. Some of my students actually come from mid-cities or as far as Granbury. In the all-region orchestra, the first violin section, half of the students are mine. And two of them also made it to the state level. And the concertmaster of Great Fort Worth Youth Orchestra is also my student. I'm very proud of them. It is also very important for me to contribute my time and the skill to the community where I live. I volunteer to help out my daughter's school, like Butler Elementary or Lamar High School, to their orchestra program. Especially the elementary level, I would help the kids either as a group or individually to prepare them before their concerts. As a family, we sponsored a girl named Naomi in Cambodia for 7 years. We encourage our girls to contribute by making them do chores around the house, like laundry every week and the dishes, so they can earn the money to support Naomi. Currently, Helen and I are proud volunteers at a Center for Transforming Lives.
Hi, my name is Cara Owens. I'm a bassoonist with the Fort Worth Symphony. I am originally from the Harrisburg area of Pennsylvania. I did my undergrad at Indiana University and my master's at the University of Michigan. I got a job with the Fort Worth Symphony in 1997. My husband and I bought a house in 1999 in Bedford. He was working in Dallas and I was working in Fort Worth, so we split the difference. Our first daughter, Anne, was born in 2001, and fairly quickly, 19 months later, Catherine came along in 2003. So volunteering has really been a major part of my life. I feel pretty strongly about giving back to the community, that I'm a pretty blessed person, and maybe add that to the fact that what I do for a living is something that gives joy to others. So I have always just felt that I needed to be volunteering all the time in any capacity that I could try to find. So you'll find me in the choirs at church or in the orchestras at church. I teach Sunday school. I did an arts and crafts play group at the Presbyterian Night Shelter. Some of the best concerts I've ever performed have been at nursing homes. The Texas Winds program sends professional musicians out to nursing facilities all over North Texas. My group pretty much did all Fort Worth and Tarrant County area nursing facilities. And I found those programs, particularly for the people who are not able to travel to concerts on a regular basis, I found those concerts just to be so meaningful. In 2009, I led the musicians of the Fort Worth Symphony in a project with Orchestras Feeding America. Through a benefit concert at Central Market, we were able to raise over 1,000 pounds of food and donations for the Tarrant County Food Bank. Now that the girls are in middle school and high school, there are lots of volunteer opportunities that can take up my time. Lately, I was the Arts and Education Director for the Colleyville Middle School PTA. I am a volunteer that's fairly active with the Colleyville Middle School Band Boosters, the Colleyville Heritage High School Band and Choir Boosters. So these are my daughters. This is Anne and this is Catherine. The thing that's nice about having them at this age is that they've become my partners in crime. Anne plays euphonium and sings and has taken a lot of years of piano. Catherine plays piano and clarinet, and so the three of us have gone out and done trio performances for people. We've done nursing home recitals. We read to kids. We've taught Sunday school together to younger kids. So it's a lot of fun to sort of do things together as a family.
Hi there, I'm Debbie Brooks and I'm a cellist with the Fort Worth Symphony. I've been connected to Fort Worth my entire life. My grandparents lived in Fort Worth. My mother grew up in Fort Worth. And so I visited Fort Worth very frequently. Remember going to Casa Mañana Playhouse Theater a number of times, rode that underground train to the Leonard department store in downtown, and just have a lot of wonderful memories of Fort Worth growing up. And because of this, the family ties there, I care very, very deeply about the community and the city of Fort Worth. The first time I heard the Fort Worth Symphony was on a run out to Brownwood. I grew up in Abilene, so my parents drove me out there to see the orchestra. It was an all Beethoven concert, and there was a piano concerto, and I also played piano at that time. And then I got to meet Harriet Wolt, and that was the thing I remember the most after the concert, is meeting Harriet. And of course, we're still friends to this day. In 1978, I auditioned for a full-time position. That first year as a full-time player, I commuted from Denton, but it was very clear I needed to move to Fort Worth. So I moved to the east side of town, which was about a mile away from my grandfather. And so that was a very special time, being able to be close to him. And then eventually married and started raising my children in Fort Worth. Well, we moved to the west side of town and went to schools. One of my sons graduated from Arlington Heights High School. I now live in Arlington. My other two children graduated from Martin High School in Arlington. Well, there were some definite highlights in the earlier days of Fort Worth Symphony. In 1983, we toured China. And that was the time that Hugh Na defected, so we weren't even sure they were going to let us in the country. Nightline followed us. When we arrived in Beijing, we weren't sure they would even let us off the plane. So it was a very interesting time. Probably my all-time highlight, though, was performing with Van Cliburn during the Star Spangled Banner at the opening of the ballpark at Arlington, which is what they called it at that time. And I still have my original ticket stub that was not torn, so maybe it'll be worth something someday, I don't know. But being on the first base line next to the Rangers, that was a very, very exciting time. There was another cellist who played with the Fort Worth Symphony for 1 year as principal, and he was a massage therapist. And I thought that was very intriguing. I think at the time I didn't think you could do more than one thing. But that got me thinking, and at that time I'd had a number of friends with career-ending injuries, and I just wanted to understand more about that. And so I went to massage school and I got my license. I worked in a chiropractor office for a year to hone my skills, increase my understanding of problems, injuries, and overuse of things of that nature. And so for last 5 competitions, there have been massage therapists backstage, and usually like 2 or 3, and sometimes a chiropractor, and of course the competition has their own physicians. I've always had a class of students, no more than a dozen at any one time, just something that I enjoy doing, and it also helped me develop as a cellist. I still do this. I still really enjoy teaching, and even now teach up at North Texas the cello excerpt class. Some of my students got in the All-State Orchestra, as I did when I was in high school. My students now go to the Oak Ridge School, Martin High School, Lamar High School, Bowie High School, Paschal, and yeah, I've had a number of students over the years who have become professionals, who studied music in college. I have 2 right now who are students up at North Texas, and they're doing very, very well. In addition to the cello excerpt class, I've been teaching the career development class at North Texas for the last 6 years. And kind of when it was in its infancy, the whole music business degree plan idea was taking hold across the country, and I was part of the beginning of that at North Texas. Well, I'm at that time in my life where giving back has become very important, and this takes a variety of forms. Some of it is financially, some of it is with my time. Some of that involves being on boards. I've never been one to be on boards as a resume builder. I've always really wanted to work, and I really care about the organization and want it to grow. Texas Camerata is one of the organizations on which I'm on the board, and we give several concerts during the year, primarily focusing on early music. One opportunity that came up this year was Martin High School's orchestra was going to Carnegie Hall. And you can imagine being in high school, we were excited to do it as professionals. And they were having a 5K. And so quite a few of the musicians of the orchestra participated in that. We couldn't think of a better way to support the community and young students than to help them get to Carnegie Hall. It just seemed very appropriate. You know, I donate to a number of charitable organizations, Victory Over Violence, even policeman funds. They're very important to us. I've been a donor for the Fort Worth Symphony for quite a while. And I also donate to UNT Foundation scholarships for the College of Music. I'm also on the board, the advisory boards of the College of Music and College of Arts and Sciences at North Texas. My love for Fort Worth runs very deep, from my family ties going back to my early childhood, and the fact that my family was raised here. Yeah, I care very deeply about the cultural health of Fort Worth, Texas.
Military Order of the Purple Heart,
Habitat for Humanity,
Highlander football,
the YMCA Turkey Trot,
the Diabetes Foundation,
Cross Catholic Outreach,
Arlington High School,
Locks for Love,
Disabled American Veterans,
Trinity Valley School,
Fort Worth YMCA,
Arlington Animal Shelter,
Salvation Army,
Keller ISD,
Hope Farm of Fort Worth,
Modern Museum of Art,
Moms of Marines,
Texas Camerata, the Period Instrument Group,
University Christian Church,
Mansfield ISD Instruction,
Jewish Family Services,
Oak Ridge School in Arlington,
Arc of Texas,
Seneca School of Glass,
Boy Scouts of America,
Union Gospel Mission,
Mercy Heart Prison Ministry,
Waterford Assisted Living,
Doctors Without Borders,
Operation Kindness,
Dallas Humane Society,
KERA,
Clothing to Goodwill,
Texas Chamber Music Institute,
the Kimball Art Museum,
the SPCA of Texas,
TCU,
Leukemia Society,
the Hemophilia Association,
United Methodist Church of Hearst,
Texas Wesleyan University,
MD Anderson Cancer Center,
Meals on Wheels,
Fort Worth Symphony Orchestra,
UNICEF,
First Hand Food Bank,
Animal Rescue,
Child Fund International,
Country Day School of Arlington,
Food Bank of Tarrant County,
Team RWB,
Don't Forget to Feed Me,
WordSpace,
the United Nations Refugee Fund,
Arthritis Foundation,
Fort Worth Police Academy,
Victory Over Violence 5K,
the National Parks Foundation,
Fossil Rim Wildlife Center,
the University of North Texas,
FWSO,
Alzheimer's Foundation,
Texas Winds Musical Outreach,
Botanic Research Institute of Texas,
St. Jude's Children's Hospital,
ASOLO Intermediate School,
Fort Worth Opera,
Bethesda Baptist Church,
the Clyburn,
Amnesty International,
Montessori School of Fort Worth,
Center for Transforming Lives,
Nolan Catholic High School,
the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society,
Gateway Church, South Lake.
Girl Scouts of America.
Paws in the City.
Adopted Rescue Dogs.
Mission Arlington.
Fort Worth Botanical Garden.
Safe Haven of Tarrant County.
Fort Worth Museum of Science and History.
Youth Orchestra of Greater Fort Worth.
Paralyzed veterans.
Cathedral of Hope Church.
Greek Orthodox Church St. John the Baptist in Euless, Texas.
Muscular dystrophy.
Lily B. Clayton Elementary School PTA.
Legacy Boxer Rescue.
The Braditich Foundation.
Cook Children's Hospital.
Cathedral Shrine of the Virgin of Guadalupe.
The West Center and Alzheimer's Association.
Tarrant County United Way.
Lake Country Christian School Band Director.
Big Brothers and Big Sisters.
Red Cross of North Texas.
Presbyterian Night Shelter.
WRR.
Texas Winds Musical Outreach.
Disabled American Veterans.
St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Haggard Middle School.
United Methodist Church in Colleyville.
Good Shepherd Catholic Church.
If the Fort Worth Symphony is no longer a destination orchestra, the young musicians who join this orchestra, who win jobs with this orchestra, won't stay. Like I did 20 years ago, I came here, I bought a house, we started a family, we raised our children in the school districts, the local school districts, and became a part of the community. This won't happen. These young musicians, talented musicians who win the job will just stay here long enough until the next job comes open. We don't want that for Fort Worth.